folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at this guy right here, Dungeon Raiders from Passport Studios. And what you're basically doing here is a little quick, light card game where you're taking a group of adventurers into a dungeon, a 5-level dungeon to be exact, and you're trying to be the person that doesn't have the least amount of hit points, but the most gold at the end of the dungeon. And so let's get down to the table and I'll show you how that works out, and we'll see what you think. The whole point of Dungeon Raiders is to, first of all, survive all 5 levels of the dungeon, including the boss monster at the end. You do not want to die during the game, because if you do, you are out. There's no posthumous win or anything like that. If you die, you're done. You're out. Now, having survived the dungeon, the player with the least amount of hit points left collapses and dies of all the wounds that he endured during the course of the dungeon. If there is a tie for people who have the most wounds, then they both collapse. If everybody is tied for the least number of wounds, then no one collapses, and whoever has the most treasure wins. Treasure is tracked by these 2 clever little cards here. For example, the warrior will start with 2 coins like so, and then when he gains more, he'll go like this. If you go over 10, you flip this over and you start counting again like this. So that's a pretty neat little mechanic there. So as we begin the game here, this first card here would be turned over so that we know now what's going into that room. It's a zombie. Ooh, it's a Michael Jackson zombie, a Thriller zombie. And so we're going to be, since it's only a 3-player game, we're only going to be interested in the very lowest of these hit point totals for the monsters. So now that we are in this first room here, each person would be able to secretly choose a card that they're going to play from their hand and place it face down on the table. So the thief here is going to play 3, and then the wizard is going to play, I don't know, a 3 as well. And then the warrior here, seeing that he must needs do something that's of worth, he's going to play a 4. And he would play that face down. Then all 3 are revealed, and the total is added. So we have 10. We needed 11 though, so the person who played the lowest gets to take -1 hit point. And if there are people that are tied for the lowest, they both receive the full amount of hit points. So 1 would be lost here and 1 would be lost here. But then he's done away with. All right, so now these cards are also counted as being used, and they are placed face up so that people can see what they have played. All right, so then the troll is up. Ooh, 14. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play that there. These are revealed. So we have 5, 10, 14. 14 is what we need. So he's done away with. Nobody takes any damage. And we turn over the next card. The next card is a treasure for 1 gold. All right, so then basically what happens here is whoever plays the highest power card is going to get that gold. All right, so everything is turned over. The wizard played his crystal ball, and he sees that a 2 and a 3 is played, so the person with the highest will go ahead and do that. So the wizard, having played the highest one, gains 1 gold. So now we have another troll, and again we're going to try to play and so we flip everything over. Wizard played a crystal ball again. All right, so I just got to get above a 2. Oh man, I can't. So do I want to lose 2 by myself or lose 2 altogether? I think I'll just lose 2 altogether. And so these 2 people both lose 2 hit points. The thief is going to play a 1, as well as the wizard, as well as the warrior. So each of us gets 1 coin added to their stockpile. And once these cards have been played, the special cards, they must go back. This guy didn't get played, so it stays in the hand. And we continue in. So this second room here is a goblin. We need to do 11 or higher, otherwise we lose 2 damage. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play that. Alright, so numbers are turned over. So 8 and 5 is 13. Much better than the goblin here. So there we have it. And so once players have played all of their cards, they're flipped over. The thief uses her key, and these two only play a 3, so the thief key goes away, and the thief gets 2 gold there. Another goblin shows up. So again, not wanting to lose any damage, we're going to play that there. Okay, so we turn everything over. 2, 6, 11. Okay, just barely made it. So that goes away. Now a magnet trap. Okay, with the magnet card, what this means is that the person with the highest gold is going to lose 3, 2, or 1 gold, depending on which power card is played that is the highest power card. So if the highest card played is a 5, then the person with the most gold is going to lose 3 coins, and so forth and so on. So I definitely don't want to lose any of the coins, so I'm not going to play that. I'm going to go ahead and just play the 1, because otherwise it doesn't really matter. And so we flip everything over. The warrior plays his 5, so the thief must lose 3 coins. So the thief goes back down to 2. Wow! Dragon. This is not good. Okay, so we have to get a total of 14, and the warrior will do all he has. So the warrior takes a 1, a 2, and a 3. So the warrior loses 3 life. Again, he could have avoided that if he didn't play the 5 that last turn, but I think he'll be okay. And this is how the game plays until you get to the end of the last dungeon. Then you also have to fight the final boss as well. And whoever survives, not having the least number of hit points at the end and having the most gold at the end of the game is the winner. So that is Dungeon Raiders. It's a quick little simultaneous action selection, kind of, because you're playing all of your cards face down, not knowing what everybody else is going to play, maybe having a little bit of an idea what they might be playing, and you have a little bit of information that goes on there, but generally speaking, you really don't have an idea what everybody else is doing. You're just trying to do what's best for you. It has the feel of a kind of a Cutthroat Caverns light, because you want to survive, and one of the best ways to survive is to be not the person left standing. So you do want to help other people out, but at the same time, you don't want to help other people out very much, because at the end of the game, it's whoever has the most gold is the winner. So you don't want to help too much, but you do want a little bit of a give and go there. So that's a pretty neat little level of tension that comes with the game, while still staying very lighthearted and fun and not really too much in your face. Additionally, you only use one of the monsters in the game, and there's like 11 monsters, boss monsters that is, in the game, so there is a level of replayability there. You don't use all of the dungeon room cards in the course of the game. 6 are randomly discarded at the beginning of the game when you're setting up the different dungeon levels, so there's a level of replayability there. All of the different characters that you can play are pretty generic, but that pretty much, I think, is because of the lighthearted nature to it. There's not going to be a whole lot of differentiation, although there is, because your starting resources or your starting hands are different depending upon what character you pick. So there is that. So I think it does have merit where its merits are due, and quite simply that falls again within the filler category here. This is not a headliner for any game night by any stretch of the means, but I don't think it wants to be. It's just intended to be a very lighthearted dungeon crawl type of game that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy, and a lot of people aren't going to enjoy it. They'll think it's too light, too simple, too easy, whatever you might want to say. With all that having been said, I'm going to go ahead and give it 1 thumb up because I did find myself enjoying the game. I did enjoy finding, I wonder what he played this round. Should I try to make up for what he might be? Do I need to pull his weight against this monster, or did he come and do the best that he could? There's a lot of different kinds of situations like that, and I found that very fun and enjoyable. Now, at the end of the day, it is only 1 thumb up. So if this doesn't hit the table again, that's okay. I'm not going to really miss it. There are a lot of other dungeon crawl games out there that I enjoy much more on a little bit of a heavier weight than this one, but that's just me. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this one. So go out and check it out, see what you think. We'll see you on the flip side, folks.